simultaneously advocating for accountability within policing. If that's the message behind defund the police, then every moment that you spend, if you're aware of that, if you're aware of what defund the police actually means, then every moment that you spend...
How can you hear defund the police and think, oh yeah, that's accountability in policing? No, like,
I know.
That's like, where's the accountability? I don't get it. Like you're basically saying, go home. We don't need you anymore. Okay, so, then there's no accountability.
Let's use our favorite buzzword here. Okay, gaslighting.
Oh yeah, okay. Yes.
This is actually a form of gaslighting. This is very interesting. You'll see when people generally project a lot of things. Okay, especially these ideologues, when they always project, say, oh, this person's gaslighting. This person's gaslighting. Since they think other people are doing it, they think it's okay for themselves to engage in this behavior. And this is clear gaslighting. Hasan knows that all his fucking woke socialist friends don't believe this. Okay, there is a tweet from, I have saved here, from Thoughtslime that says, Thoughtslime, our favorite woke communist Thoughtslime, that says, if saying defund the police loses people, maybe those people were a liability towards the goal of defunding the police, parentheses, as a step towards abolishing the police.
He doesn't, defund the police is not enough for him. He's like, nah, they got to go.
And then under it says, it's actually okay to state your politics in a clear way that others may disagree with. Progress isn't made by focusing group slogans.
Yeah, not in a democracy.
Right.
Sorry, Bob.
Or Sean the other day, our favorite Sean and Jen. Okay.
Oh no.
Our favorite Twitter troll, Sean, says, Obama doesn't like defund the police as a slogan because it's a specific actionable thing with a clear goal in mind. Okay.
Yeah. A goal people don't like.
Right.
People want to protect their stuff. People like the fact that they can go to work and not worry about their house being robbed.
So do you think that Hasan doesn't know this? Do you think he doesn't understand
Hasan lives at
this?
home, so he's not worried about his house getting robbed. He's there all the time.
Do you think Hasan doesn't know that his fellow communists, when they say defund the police, they're saying to literally abolish the police? That's what they want.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
when he sits here and says, Obama, why are you complaining about the messaging? You know what we mean when we say defund the police. Yeah, he does know what you mean. And he doesn't fucking like it, you asshole. And this is the gaslighting. He fucking knows that this is true. He knows the people that created the term defund the police and use the term defund the police want the police abolished. And yet he's trying to gaslight us like a lot of people in Fox News and the mainstream media and say, no, we're just saying reallocate the resources. We're just saying better training. We're not saying actually defund the police.
It's bad for the left, too, because the conservatives totally point to those people. And they did it during the election.
Yes.
And they want to say, this is what Democrats want. They want to defund the police. They want to abolish the police. It's a terrible position, but...
Yeah, there's actually an interesting podcast with Chris Hayes, who I always listen to see if you can procure content for Sundays. He had a podcast with a representative in Florida who lost just recently, named Debbie Powell. And she said that in her district, which has a lot of the Latino community, Latinx community in it, she was saying that there had these big concerns about Joe Biden is like secretly a communist or they're going to defund the police. She was telling Chris Hayes all this shit about how this stuff like destroys her chances of winning in these moderate swing districts.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But
it's easy to paint the entire party as this radical left wing when the radical left wing has the biggest voice. And they do. It's kind of a product of social media, though, because those loud, obnoxious voices that get people angry are the ones that grow. Hasan is huge because of this incendiary stuff.
Yep.
Just shitting on the messaging rather than being like, no. Defund the police means this, actually. is a moment that you're wasting. I said this before.
See, it really bugs me that he doesn't get into the aspect of messaging and politics. Like, messaging and politics is everything. This guy is supposed to be a political commentator here. Come on, Hasan. Don't you know about human psychology and how messaging works? And
well, he's dressed like a hobo, so I guess he does. He knows what crowd he's appealing to.
Well, okay, maybe he does.
But did you hear what he just said just then? It was very interesting. He said, stop shitting on the message and just explain what it means. So he's criticizing Obama for not joining in on the gaslighting.
Yeah. Well, it's terrible messaging anyway. I mean, defund the police is how you get their attention. I mean, that's where you kind of end the conversation. Oh, defund the police. Okay. Fuck you. Get away from me, you idiot. Oh, you're going to explain it? How about you explain it over there in the corner?
With the original riots that were overtaking the streets. It's like, this happened with Black Lives Matter as well. When Black Lives Matter first came out, Obama himself, and also even another civil justice superhero like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, all literally said, like, Colin Kaepernick is a petulant child or selfish or whatever. That's because...
True.
Okay, good. I didn't follow really any of that stuff. He's the guy that kneeled all the time, right?
Yes. Well,
what was the take? He's like kneeled for Michael Brown a bunch of times.
He was kneeling because, Black Lives Matter, because, there's just so few, black people killed by the police that he just had to, kneel and give up his whole career. And look, I totally support his ability to kneel. That's totally fine. I think that we all have the American right to protest.
To bend the knee?
To bend the knee. Yeah, you can protest however you want. If your protest involves you bending the knee in a subservient act, if your protest involves you getting down and pantomiming that you're sucking the cock of Uncle Sam, that's fine. Whatever your protest is, it's fine. Okay.
Oh, I want to see that. I want to see that. Who's going to pantomime?
I'm pantomiming BJs in order to protest the amount of people killed by the police in America. Okay.
This is about as good messaging as defund the police here. You're going to pantomime sucking the cock of Uncle Sam.
Right. But that being said, it was a stupid fucking protest. It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. And obviously, Obama, who was the president of the country, is going to be like, as president of the country, I think it's kind of stupid to disrespect our national fucking anthem.
Yeah.
Like, if you think that's a crazy take, what world are you living in? Do you really want a president who's like, yeah, no, you should totally disrespect our nation?
Isn't that Biden?
No, how dare you? How dare you?
We'll see. I hope not.
Liberals hate rock, and unfortunately, progressive activism is about rocking the boat. It's about literally fucking pushing back against the status quo. Conservative.
So there's another little linguistic trick here that they use. They've been trying to associate liberal with neoliberal, and they've been trying to associate progressive with leftists.
Oh, really? I associate that.
Right. Exactly.
Progressive means woke.
It's worked. Yes, but if you remember, the term progressive has existed way before woke shit was going around. Progressive. Okay, it was kind of like maybe some of you don't know this. The term liberal was a dirty word for many years in American.
Oh hell yeah! Rush Limbaugh on the air every single day. Oh, those dirty lattes.
These liberals. These loony liberals.
Limousine liberals. Elitist pieces of shit.
In the 80s and 90s, the conservatives have basically done a good job politically conflating the term liberal with socialist.
Why?
And like elite bourgeoisie, elite coastal elitists.
Sure, totally. They made liberal into a dirty word. I don't necessarily know that people just were like, I don't want to be a liberal because, obviously they're awful.
Right. And so when the term progressive first started to get around, it was kind of like, well, this is a new way to be a liberal without like having to deal with this negative label of liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a progressive. I want to progress forward. Progress.
Yeah, progress is good.
Right. And so now, and then progressives sort of got sucked into the woke shit once the woke shit came to be, and now all the commies and mainstream media too, which is very disturbing, are trying to label legitimate socialists as progressives. People are like, AOC's a progressive. No, she's a fucking socialist. She says it. She says it herself. She's not a progressive. Progressives classically, at least classically in America, progressives were still fucking capitalists.
Yeah. It's sometimes I have to focus on the fact that all that critical race theory stuff is based in the socialist Marxist dogma. Like that's the philosophy that it's all built on. Because they do seem totally. I always think of socialism as economic, completely economic, and I think of race as social. I think of it as a social problem. So,
I'm sorry, Adam. Did you just bring up a conspiracy theory? A dog whistle?
Oh, cultural Marxism?
Adam? Cultural Marxism is not real. Okay,
I didn't say the word though.
But you said the thought, Adam. You said the thought. Okay.
I described it.
You described it without using the dog whistle. How dare you?
Conservative activism, largely astroturf, is about maintaining the status quo. When did RBG say?
You missed that. Conservative activism, which is just all fake astroturf nonsense. Conservatives don't actually believe anything. They would never get in their trucks and run around with American flags. That's all astroturf.
Imagine how in your bubble,
I know.
Your own ass, you have to be to think that conservative activism is astroturf.
They're all getting checks.
We had because people were saying this about the Tea Party, like in 2012 or whenever the fuck the Tea Party came about. I remember this. Oh, they're all getting funded by the Koch brothers and all this stuff, which they probably were, but that doesn't mean that the movement itself was fake. And if anyone still had that idea in their mind, the election of Donald Trump should have shattered that idea completely. Because
no, Donald Trump was elected because of racism. You got this all wrong.
When Trump entered the primary, the entire Republican establishment was like, fuck this guy. He's a joke. He's an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. And the reason he won was because all the grassroots conservative Tea Party activists were real. They all took over the party, and they outnumbered the neocons and the establishment Republicans, and they voted for Donald Trump to be president. And so to still act like, oh, well, it's all just astroturf. It's all fake. What the fuck world are you living in, Hasan?
There's a huge hit. There was a huge hit to money in politics this election too. I saw a thing on the news where I think it was 5 out of 6 Senate races or Congress races, the Democrats dumped huge sums of money into, and the Republicans won. There's only one seat that they managed to turn. All wasted money. Well, almost all. They did win one seat.